welcome everybody to another episode of Comics. This week, I'm your host. I'm Esteban. We are episode 78, if I'm not mistaken. So we've been around for 78 episodes. It doesn't like we're going to go anywhere. No one's quit so far. Everyone loves each other. So I'm happy. You're happy. Just tune in, sit back, crack open a drink, and let's dive right in. Who do we got joining us this week?
Hi, I'm Carmen.
I'm Andres.
Hey, and I'm Ash.
Ash, are you tired?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking because you're usually like lively and stuff.
He put on his sexy voice. Leave him alone.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
He dangled the fishing line, waiting for someone to
God
bite,
damn it.
and then you ruined it with your
I'm
fucking
sorry. God damn it. Ladies, forgive me.
After the show.
Flight call 3:00, bitch. Ladies, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt Ash's sexy voice. So sadly to say, this week we have no comments. Boo. Sad on you guys because you guys didn't comment on any
You
of our
all
stuff.
let us down.
You broke our hearts, especially Luis's because he's not here. So you especially broke his heart because he loves reading the comments.
He left on purpose because he saw there was no comments. Oh, fuck this. There's no point of me being on this fucking show.
So I hope you all feel bad. You know what? We're not mad. We're disappointed in you guys.
I'm
Okay?
mad. Yeah.
Andres is mad. I'm disappointed. And you don't want me disappointed. Because I just keep drinking.
Horny.
Wow.
We know
Wow.
because we heard your voice.
What to break the
We know.
awkwardness? You heard my voice.
So let's go ahead and shift gears. And who's got drink this week? Carmen?
I do. I am drinking a white wine from Paris, and it's a Chenin, which is a type of grape. Oh, there it is. What? Well, I'm struggling with like showing you the picture. But I got it as where I always get it, always Vinos in Alhambra, which is behind Charlie's Trios. And it's really, really good.
It's off in a crate, and then it's like a back alley deal kind of thing. Like, hey, so
No, there's literally like a bar behind Charlie's Trios.
Behind Charlie's Trios.
I was trying to come up with like a whole scenario, like where she shows up like in a leather jacket, like all on the lookout, and then some guy named Francis shows up. All right,
Wait,
Francis.
It's kind of similar because I do show up and I'm friends with all the bartenders there already. So they already know me. So they're always like, oh, we got this bottle, or like, because they know I'm going to buy whatever they sell me. So I'm a sucker, but I always end up buying whatever they do have in stock, and it's never disappointing. So if you ever need a drink recommendation for wine, they do have really good selection.
Now, Carmen, we're
Yes.
looking to the...
if I remember correctly, it's because one dude is hot, right? That's why he offers, like he gives you recommendations.
No, that was Bevmo, bro. That was Bevmo.
No, that okay. And I never said that the dude was hot. I just said he approached me and we had a conversation, and then he sold me on whatever it is that he was selling.
Yeah, he was. He
No,
was
Carmen,
selling.
I was going to ask you, when you walk into the bar because you know everybody, is it like you just shoot a look at the bartender and then they slide your favorite drink over?
No, they come over and hug me, and then like we just talk about if I'm getting the usual for food, which if you ever do go eat, I do recommend the prosciutto pizza. It's
their pizza
bomb.
is bomb.
Their pizza is bomb, and the crust is like a honey wheat type of crust, so it's really, really delicious. So they just ask me if I want that, and then as far as the drink, I always get a choice because either I'm drinking their selection of whiskey or wine, depends on my mood.
Right on. Very, very cool. Very, very cool.
If you were to go in today in 5 minutes, which mood would you have chosen? Whiskey or wine?
Oh, a double neat of whatever they have.
Nice. It's been a day, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a day. Very, very cool. All right. So throughout the show, we got a little bit light on our content this week, so I'm going to go ahead and draw from our favorite deck of cards, What the Fuck. So throughout the show, you guys go ahead and chime in the comments. For the love of God, please. chime into the comments when we go ahead and ask these questions, or when I ask these questions. They're going to be random questions. So you'll be hearing those throughout the show. So jumping into the recommendation portion, Ash actually recommended a movie for me to watch last week. He recommended Judgment Night. It was good. I will say it was good. It did not age well.
Here's how you say it. You say
It's 90s good. If he saw it as a child, that would be like one of those go-to. Like, I'm gonna explain this first before I let him go on, because you're already pulling on him. It's like Cyborg is like one of my favorite Van Damme movies. I fucking love that movie. If I was to see it now, I might not agree that is a good movie. But fucking, I see him kicking those fucking knives out of his boots, and I'm like, oh shit, I am here for it. That's how Judgment Night is as a movie.
It really is. It really is. It was, and it's funny because like I'm explaining the premise of the movie to my wife. And she goes, she legit took the words right out of my mouth, because I explained it to her, and I told her, I go, it's 4 guys. They're gonna go to a boxing match. They're gonna go watch a boxing match, but they're driving through Chicago, downtown Chicago. And she goes, oh, what could ever go wrong? And I'm like, holy shit! Like I pictured that in the trailer, like 4 friends finally gonna go out and have some fun. What could go wrong? You know, like I pictured like that very 90s trailer or the voiceover. It was good. It was 90s good. What made me laugh like fucking extremely hard was there's a point in there. Okay, so sorry, I know I'm all over the place. Cuba Gooding Jr. is in it. Emilio Estevez, Stephen Dorff, a very young Stephen Dorff, and Jeremy Piven's in it, along with Dennis Leary, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He was like the main villain in the movie The Mask, the Jim Carrey movie. So he's in it as well. So there's a scene where they're in an RV, okay, and they're watching like the prelims, the fight prelims, and I'm listening to the fight, okay, and I swear to God, I'm not kidding, I hear Punch Out in my head, like the punches that during the video game when they're fighting against. That's what I hear. I hear that, and I'm like, no, there's no way, and I rewind it, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, that's fucking Punch Out. Like they legit use a soundtrack to Punch Out to go ahead and tie it to the audio for what they're watching on TV. So that shit had me rolling, and good on the film, because it's like, it again, very 90s, and I'm like, I see Cuba Gooding Jr. in there. I'm like, oh, okay, so Cuba Gooding Jr. is the trope in the film, you know, the one black friend, you know, that's in the film, you know what I mean? And I'm expecting like a jab at him, because they're legit going through downtown and like the projects and stuff, and it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, good on you for not like making a fucking shit comment, you know, during the film, you know what I mean? So
you would
overall, huh?
It just sounds like, because you would have.
No. But I'm just saying, like, in not me. But like, I'm just kind of like,
a bitch.
Yeah, right. So it was good. It was a good film. Very 90s. I loved it. Emilio Estevez was great in the film. Stephen Dorff, I mean, fuck, dude, like he was fucking spot on as the younger brother, you know, like the hothead younger brother, you know. So that was pretty cool. So I really enjoyed it. If I were to go ahead and rank it out of 10, nostalgia factor, it being the 90s and everything like that, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So I know Ash is looking at me like angrily, like, score it better. No, I'm just kidding. So
in the 90s, I would have told you to score better, but no.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I hear you. In the 90s, yeah, I'm sure in the 90s it would have been something a little bit higher. So it's my turn to go ahead and comment. So I've got four different films that I want to recommend that I'm not going to have you guys watch, everybody. So I am going to hand this over to Ash. Okay. So you have to pick. There's four genres. You can either pick the sci-fi action, the romance comedy, the mystery crime, or the crime thriller. Hopefully you haven't seen any of these.
Well, look at you being over prepared.
I know, I'm so excited.
I feel like you guys want me to go romantic comedy.
Because we want you to try on your own.
The sci-fi action.
Sci-fi action? Okay.
I'll choose that, but then you tell me what do we get to know all these, or
yeah, I can go ahead. I'll go ahead and give you tell you which one. So in the event if you already watching the sci-fi action one, you can pick one of the other three. Yeah. Okay, so the sci-fi action film is a 2002 film starring Emily Blunt, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Okay, it's Looper.
Yeah, it's Looper. I saw it.
You have not seen Looper?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't. Okay, so you've seen it then. Okay.
No, so I bought it and I was like, I keep it in the basement. Otherwise it lives.
Don't talk shit, bro, because there's a couple of DVDs that I have that are still shrink wrapped that I haven't even opened yet, so.
Yeah, that weird fucking face thing that they did with Gordon Levitt.
It is disturbing as fuck.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm all set. Oh, what's the other ones?
Okay, so the romantic comedy is the 2000 film Take Me Home Tonight with Topher Grace, Anna Faris, and Dan Fogler.
Grace.
I said Grace. Topher Grace, Anna Faris, and Dan Fogler.
All right, and then what else?
The mystery crime is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I want that one.
Movie.
That's a great movie. You haven't seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No, I've been wanting to see it since Val.
Okay.
It's a really, really good movie.
Fantastic film. And then the last one is Burn After Reading.
Why do I know that one? That's not the fucking Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's the Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Fuck, dude, those two are good. I'll do that. I'll do Kiss Kiss Bang Bang officially, and then Burn After Reading. I will do that for extra credit because I've been wanting to. Because there's a bunch of memes like that.
Okay, well, that one you're gonna have to pay for those. So I'll Venmo you the money.
Thanks, Dad. I think I could do it.
Are you sure?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I mean, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Both of them are
both of them you have to purchase. The only ones that are not are Take Me Home Tonight's on Peacock. And no, I'm sorry. I think Burn After Reading's on Peacock. So you might be able to see that one. I think that one's on Peacock, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang you have to pay for. Yeah, that's the only thing.
You got it.
Okay. Sweet. All right, so moving on. I want to go ahead and ask Andres a question from What the Fuck. Okay. So, Andres, what is the sexiest name and the least sexiest name
ever? Like, I need more information.
That's all it is. That's all it says. It's okay. So what is the most sexiest
of a thing, of a person?
Sexiest. What is the most sexiest female name and the least sexiest female name?
What the fuck?
We're about to piss off a whole bunch of people if you give the wrong name.
This is stupid. I'm gonna pick a stupid ass name. Guinevere is the most sexiest name there.
There's gonna be a Guinevere 03, just unlike us.
No, he's the sexiest.
Oh, he's sexy. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's. And then what about the least sexiest?
Ethel. Even though if it was between Lucy, even though if it was in between Ethel and Lucy, I would have probably picked Ethel.
Ethel's fucking way hot.
Yeah, I agree.
I
And
fucking get it.
they always dress her down as being like plain Jane. I was like, nah, Ethel could get it.
Did you happen to see Being the Ricardos on Amazon?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to get to it.
Okay, so because of what you saying that comment, there's a scene in that movie that addresses that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it addresses that fact on why she's dressed down or why she does certain things.
Because Lucy didn't want her to look better than her.
No, it was because the way that she said it was, you're funnier when you're bigger, or you're funnier, right, Carmen? There was something like along those lines,
She was
right?
never big though. Whatever.
Well,
she was just full
time.
bodied for that time, yeah.
Because there's a scene. Hey, come on. There's a scene on there where a producer or a writer brings her like this full breakfast, and she's just like, oh, okay, and she goes, why did you bring me a full breakfast? Oh, well, everyone got full breakfast, so we all delivered full breakfast. And she's just like, no, why did you bring it to me? Because they had noticed that she was losing weight, so they wanted to plump her up a little bit more for the show. So I thought that was kind of fucked up.
I'm so dumb.
But it was under the instruction of Lucy that they dropped off that breakfast. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it was fucking weird, man.
They only pulled that name out because nothing else popped up, but it probably would have been another old-timey American-ish name. But that's, I would say Maud, but no, not Maud.
Maud?
So, yeah.
Sorry, Gretchen. Do we know Gretchen?
Gretchen, no. Gretchen's fine. Because Gretchen Mall.
See, mine would be like if there's like a click or a clock in your name, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying that you can't.
I'm sorry. What?
If it's something you can't moan or something you can't
moan?
Give it up.
What?
Give it up.
Wow.
I guess we know one thing about Ash being intimate is that he moans and calls out his partner's name. That's more information. That's more information than I needed.
Good on you. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey, don't blush. Don't blush. Look at him.
He's like recalling every
I think this is the only time we've ever made Ash blush on the show.
I know. Fuck.
I was trying to say it as a scenario. I wasn't saying it.
As a scenario?
It's a studio.
Everyone heard it, right? You heard it? A scenario?
I said it.
All right, so drawing from another what the fuck, Ash, let's go ahead and what is the weirdest place you had sex?
Not a weird place. Like in the back of a Volkswagen?
That sounds uncomfortable.
Shut up, mall rat.
Well, no, I'm not gonna see. I already gave you a story, so I'm gonna go with
you don't have to give a story and just give an answer,
Facts.
After a parking lot bathroom.
Why is it you in fucking bathrooms?
You asked, man.
Jesus.
But no weird place, like not in a fucking Disneyland on Small World or anything, like nothing. So.
All right. So switching gears, as you all may know that Warner Brothers, no, I'm sorry, Discovery. No, is it Discovery? Yes, it is Discovery. Warner Brothers bought Discovery. So now the two companies are now becoming one. And likely coming soon is the revamp of HBO Max. So everyone that has Discovery Plus, you are most likely going to go ahead and be able to watch the Discovery shows on HBO Max. They're gonna go ahead and merge everything all together, and it's going to be Warner Brothers Discovery, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's where we're going with that. And also with that, with the merger taking place, Warner Brothers, in their infinite fucking wisdom, is going to go ahead and now. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Disney has Discovery stuff now. When that happens, are they going to take away from their stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You may proceed.
Oh, thank you, sir. So with the whole merger that's taking place, Warner Brothers Discovery is considering, and it's going to happen, I'm telling you right now, a complete overhaul on the DCEU. So, which means that a lot of the stuff that's happening is probably either not going to be in continuity, or the whole Flash movie is going to go ahead and reboot everything, and we're going to get brand new everything. So it doesn't seem like it's a complete halt on the current projects that are going on, like Blue Beetle and Batgirl. Although Batgirl's already finished filming, the Blue Beetle, the Flash, Shazam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and we've got Black Adam coming out. So it doesn't look like it's going to affect those, but with the rumors of like HBO Max trying to develop an Aqualad show and the Gotham Knights or the Arkham Asylum show, it's possible that those might end up getting scrapped because of this complete overhaul if they end up moving forward with it. And Andres ended up sharing with us.
If they only make it one world, yeah, but if it's everybody's a completely different story and not one world, I don't see why one should affect the other.
Right. But what go ahead, Andres.
I think for what the article said is that they wanted to do it like Marvel and get somebody who has like the whole universe. Like they're trying to find their Kevin Feige, basically.
Yeah. That's what they want to do. So out of the 6 Justice League members that we started off with, we technically only have 2 now. Henry Cavill essentially got the boot from Warner Brothers. Ray Fisher was pushed out, from Warner Brothers. Ben Affleck just didn't want to do it anymore because he was going through a lot of substance abuse at the time. And most recently, Ezra Miller was arrested in Hawaii for verbally abusing, and I think he even followed a couple home from a karaoke bar wanting to fight the husband. So the execs at Warner Brothers are putting a pause on his future for after the Flash. And I have a feeling that this has everything to do with the whole revamp that they want to go ahead and do to go ahead and start over. I did see a couple articles where if Ezra Miller was replaced or recasted, who would you guys want to go ahead and have it recasted to recast Ezra Miller? Does anybody come to mind that you guys would want to go ahead and see as the Scarlet Speedster?
Before I answer Esteban's question,
Sure.
Since we're talking about Ezra Miller, there is this movie where I first saw him called We Need to Talk About Kevin that is very good and creepy, and it seems like he is that character in real life, sadly. So if, in case if nobody follows Esteban's recommendation that he gave to Ash, as if you saw those movies, go watch We Need to Talk About Kevin. I think the last time I saw it, it was available on Amazon or Hulu. So do some research. So who would I like to see? I would like to see our WB Flash as our Flash. Just give it to him, let him take over, and then you can make him a bigger star than he is, and he's perfect for it.
Grant Gustin, there we go. Very, very cool.
I was even thinking if there's an edit, it's Ezra Miller that comes out, but it's Grant Gustin that comes out. What goes in, but it's Grant Gustin that comes out. Because you know how they have, that one scene where there's multiple flashes. Like, what if one of them was him and he was the one that like made it out, like, and like he died for the cause, or he decided he wanted to stay in this world because his mom was still alive, or something like that, you know?
Okay. Well, okay, so we've got one for Grant Gustin. Ash, I'm assuming that, okay, so 2 for Grant Gustin, excuse me. 3 for Grant Gustin. All right, so it looks like everyone that's listening to the show, let us know who you guys would like to see, if it's not Grant Gustin, to go ahead and play the Flash in the main DCEU. I've seen things, and I think it's a little bit overboard. There's some people that would say that Tom Holland would be perfect as a Flash. Leave Tom Holland alone. He's Spider-Man. He's not anything else. He's Spider-Man.
Like, let the man fucking breathe. And are there other actors? Like, fucking relax with the Tom Holland.
Yeah, the other one that I saw was the main character that came out in 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, he also not.
He was also in Percy Jackson.
And he was also in the new Scream.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that I always get those two guys confused.
I thought that's the same guy.
No, I think the guy from Percy Jackson is different.
Oh, okay.
The guy from Percy Jackson came out in a WB show as a boy.
But the guy that was in Percy Jackson, didn't he also come out in Maze Runner? I think he was also in Maze Runner.
He might be a Maze Runner, but when you said 13 Reasons Why was the issue.
Oh, no. That's cool, but I don't know. You're right. I probably am getting them confused with one or the other. Thank you.
You're doing the Tobey Maguire fucking Jake Gyllenhaal thing.
Yeah.
Like they were the same person for a while.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. So yeah. Carmen.
Yes.
What is the scariest sound you can hear in the middle of the night?
The condom broke. Sorry.
Definitely not that. I would probably say nails scratching on a board. That sound, if I just hear out of nowhere, would probably really spook me.
Really?
Yes. And more so because I can't stand the sound.
Oh, okay.
I think that's probably why. Yeah.
What about you, Ash?
Fucking any sound that happens at, like, especially if you're watching fucking something scary. Bitch,
you don't watch anything scary.
Kind of do. When the house settles, that little
creaking
footstep. You know, when you step in the right place of a house, you hear that sound, but it's almost the same sound as the house settling. So yeah.
Oh, I see. What about you, Andres?
So speaking on what Ash said, in my old house, there was always this knock you would hear, like in the ceiling area.
Fuck that.
And no, like I would hear it and it was normal. Like I went up to the ceiling to make sure there was nothing there. I put like mouse traps and poison in there, so I knew it wasn't anything. And there's not like there was like water lines running through there that would cause like sometimes a knock. So I would hear it, and especially when I was single there and I would like sleep alone or whatever in my sadness, and I'd hear that knock and I'd be like, all right, it's just a knock. I wasn't worried about it because I went out of my way to prove that there wasn't anything up there. So I was good with that. I don't know. I don't have a particular fear. If I would hear scratching, I would be like, okay, there's a mouse somewhere. I'll take care of that in the morning. I guess a yell. If you hear a scream and you'd be like, what the fuck? And then that'd be scary.
Okay. All right. Speaking of scary and sadness, I guess, we unfortunately this past week lost comedian Gilbert Gottfried at the age of 67. According to his family, he was fighting an illness. Doesn't really go into detail on what he was fighting, but I do remember Gilbert Godfrey as he is a very, very funny comedian, great voice actor, because he did go ahead and voice a few characters from my childhood. Iago from Aladdin, and I think he actually did everything, for Iago, all the movies, the Aladdin TV show. I think he did the Aladdin TV show, and I think there was like a spin-off with just him with Iago, and he did a lot of those. So it's crazy to kind of see, now at this age, people that we essentially grew up with, on the TV, passing. I think one of the saddest things, but more of a realization, is at the Oscars when I saw, when they were talking about the 50th anniversary of The Godfather, and you see Al Pacino coming out. And I think I talked about this last time. You see Al Pacino coming out, Robert De Niro coming out, and you're just like, fuck, man, like they're getting up there in age, and it sucks, to kind of see these people, these actors, growing old and then unfortunately passing, whenever that may be. So it kind of sucks. I know when I think the one actor that hit me the hardest that passed away was probably Robin Williams. When I found out about him passing, that one, I was just like teared up a little bit for that one, so it was a little difficult on that. Let's see. So moving on from the sadness. Did you guys end up watching?
Part of fucking Look Who's Talking when he's the fucking daycare center in the daycare guy. Oh, you're just gonna hit me in the head. That's great. Like he's just following these kids, just yelling and being all. But yeah, he made me laugh a lot since you asked us all a question. He made him
and Problem Child.
Oh yeah,
he was a problem child. Yeah,
he was the not dean or what do you want to call him? The school administrator? No.
Yeah.
He was good. And you had John Ritter in that shit. Another one. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Where'd he go?
It looked like he died. So.
Oh God, that is so dark.
Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried and Esteban. Apparently. Oh, he's back.
I needed to get another beer.
Are you on Carmen's Wi-Fi? Is that what's going on?
No. Fuck you! You're such an asshole, Ash. I hate you.
Her phone has actually been pretty good today, so.
Yes.
I guess it has. Thank you.
Did you guys happen to see and I think we kind of talked about this the last time. Did you guys happen to see the deleted scene from the Matt Reeves Batman of the Joker?
We talked about it, and then I saw it. Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you guys notice that the paperclip?
No.
Okay, so if you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go ahead and check it out. It's on YouTube. Batman gives the Joker a file, and there's 3 paperclips on the file. When Joker gives it back to him, it is missing a paperclip. So it's quite possible that he ends up breaking out with said paperclip. With that being said, I'm sure that everyone's going to be pleased to see that the Batman will be on HBO Max starting the 18th of April. It's going to be streaming on HBO Max. So I'm sure that's going to be on fucking loop for everybody that's listening.
So, me especially, since I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Okay.
Hey.
Does that where does that have you thinking? Meaning, all right, cool, it's out now, but if I give it now a month, it's going to be streaming, as opposed to, fuck, I'm not going to be able to see this till 6 months, and fucking, if you're as old as me in the 80s, that fucking thing didn't come on video till 5 years later.
Yeah.
Or it was available in like video stores, but to sell, it wasn't out for forever.
Well, yeah, because it would come out on Laserdisc for you, right?
No, it came out on pictures on the cave.
Oh,
so we show, and then we show slides. It's real nice. There's not a lot of bathing back then.
I see you have adopted that.
It's good times.
Good times. Why did I get the finger? What the fuck?
Hey, I have a question. When you went through the groundlings or whatever, they didn't tell you when to give up on a joke. They just were like, "Oh, keep going until you bury it in the ground."
Yeah.
Okay. Well, mission accomplished.
Thank you, sir. You helped my pride and my love.
Andres, what's the most ridiculous fact you know?
Wait, I don't have the slightest idea. Why am I being asked these questions? I fucking don't know, man. Ridiculous.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, it's all good. It's all good. Would you ever pick up a hitchhiker though?
No. You could ask me another one. Feel free.
That was another one.
I said you could ask me another one after this one, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
You're forgiven.
Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Alyssa Milano.
You bastard.
Really?
Nice.
Where?
Yeah, Dodger Stadium. It was like the world's all-star classic. And then I was with friends that we know, and I could have swore she gave me a double look, and I was like, yes, she looked at me twice. Fuck the world. I could always like die with that.
Nice.
Because I had a crush on Alyssa Milano. So
very cool. Yeah, but he saw her, so don't be mad. All right, Ash? Fuck. What about you, Carmen?
I was literally 3 feet from her.
You were able to smell her?
Yes.
That sounded so weird when I said it. That sounded so fucking weird when I said it. Carmen, what about you?
That I've met.
Yep.
She can't answer
I
this
would
question.
probably. I cannot answer this question.
Okay, how about this? How about famous person that you've met prior to your current gig?
Endeavor.
Endeavor. Thank you.
I would probably say I didn't meet the person, but I was driving alongside them. It was oh my god, what is his name? Chris Pratt.
Nice.
And I didn't notice that it was him, but you know when you just do the you're at a stoplight and then you just look over to the next person for whatever reason, and then I looked over and I looked back, and then I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And then he realized what I just had done, and so he just sped up because the light had turned green, and then I was like, holy shit, cool.
Was this pre or post Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think no, this was during Guardians of the Galaxy, but
Nice.
Guardians of the Galaxy had not come out, but we all knew it was a project that was in the works.
Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. What about you, Ash?
I used to do extra work, so a lot of people, but I think now it's just gonna sound like bragging. I will say this: the one that the celebrity that died that made me fucking cry, it still makes me cry to this day, Eddie Guerrero. Every time they do a little tribute to him or something, it's been 20 years, whatever it is, it's all
yeah.
He feels like an uncle. I will go. I've met Arnold on End of Days. I've met Ben Stiller on Starsky and Hutch, and Bradley Cooper on a show called Kitchen Confidential. So, and I got to be in the van with John Cho for Kitchen Confidential. John Francis Daly
from Freaks and Geeks,
and Xander from Buffy. Those are the ones up the top because they were all on that show.
Nice. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I do have another story.
Ooh.
If you guys
Do
care
tell.
to listen.
Do tell.
It was Jason. Is it Siegel or
Sudeikis.
Siegel?
Siegel?
Yeah,
Siegel or
Jason
There's a
Siegel.
Jason Siegel and a Sudeikis. What was
No,
he in?
not Sudeikis.
He was on
Oh
How
my
I Met Your
God.
Mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Siegel.
Oh, yes.
So I was on Colorado Boulevard, had just finished dinner at an Italian restaurant off of Colorado, and then there was a homeless person, the veteran, because they had the veteran hat, and whenever I see anyone, first of all, that is struggling, I'm gonna buy you a meal. So I was speaking with a homeless person, and I was giving them my leftovers. And then there was this person just standing like kind of like to the side and watching like the conversation unfold. And then they joined in, and I recognized the person, but like I couldn't put two and two together of who they were. Right. And then I like said goodbye to the man, and I was like, I hope you sleep warm tonight and you have a warm meal. Like, you know, you have my leftovers, but like, can I buy you anything? And he was like, no, this is enough, thank you. And then I started walking away, and then the person then went over and gave them money and then started walking away. And then I looked at him and I was like, did we go to high school together? I feel like I know you from somewhere. And then he just smiled at me and he's like, I don't think we went to high school together, sweetheart, but yeah, you know, like he just smiled and he's like, but have a good night. And then we kept walking like next to each other to the stoplight. And then people started running up to him and like asking him for autographs and like pictures. And he just like kept saying no or whatever. And I was like, who was that? Yeah. And then he looked back and he gave me a thumbs up. And then I was like, is that? Oh, holy shit. I know where I know him from, but that was like the slowest reaction that I have ever had of recognizing somebody. So I was like, did we go to high school together? What the fuck? And then I was really embarrassed because he was probably like, this bitch, what the hell?
No, I honestly, Carmen, I don't think it was that. I think it was more so like, wow, like, you know, she wasn't like, oh, can I get your autograph? Can I get a picture? You know, like you were like genuinely, it's not that you didn't know who he was, like you knew of him, but like, you know, he wasn't bombarded by like how you saw, you know, everyone running up to get an autograph and pictures and stuff like that. So, you know, it was kind of like, oh, good on you for treating me like a person or like a human, you know what I mean? And not like, you know, asking me to
bombarding me
jump through hoops and shit for you, you know? So I think that's probably why he gave you the thumbs up, you know, because it's like, I don't think he cared that you didn't recognize him, you know, or like you were able to recognize him, but he didn't really care. Like you couldn't put two and two together. It was more like, oh, okay, cool. Like she genuinely is like a good person and doesn't want anything from me because I'm a celebrity. You know what I mean? So that's probably what it is. I mean, for me, I used to work at the Staples Center. Okay. So I would work at the Staples Center. I worked a lot of the Laker games. I worked the Sparks games, the Kings games, the Clippers games, things like that. So I was a runner and I would deliver food to, you know, to the seats. When I would get into to work, I would have to take the service elevator instead of like in the back or whatever. So I took the service elevator one day, and I was working with a mutual friend that Andres and I know, and we got to work at the same time, and we took the service elevator. We got into the service elevator first, and it was a time during the Lakers playoffs game. So when we walked in there, someone yelled to hold the elevator. We held the elevator because we didn't know who it was. We didn't want to be dicks. And Robert Horry walks takes the service elevator with us to go up to go to the locker room so he can change. When we went through training and stuff like that, we were specifically told, if you see a celebrity, Do not talk to them. Do not ask them for anything. Do not ask for a photo. Do not ask for an autograph. Essentially, don't make fucking eye contact with this person, okay? Because if we find out, we will fire you on the spot. So we both kind of like put our heads down and just kind of like, hey, like didn't say anything to him. And then he looked at us and he's like, what's up, guys? And we just kind of stood quiet, and he kind of smiled. He goes, and he looks at us and he goes, don't worry, I'm not going to tell anybody if you say hi to us, to hi to me, So we kind of like looked at him and we're just like, hey, Mr. Rory, and that was pretty much it. I served food to Tom Welling at a Laker game. So that was pretty cool. He was really nice, really fucking nice. We were also told that we can't take tips from people, and he insisted. He goes, like, I'm not kidding you. Like he gave me a $50 bill, and he goes, take it. And I'm like, I can't. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I cannot take it. He goes, it's fine. Take it. I'm like, I can't.
So he just gave you the tip, and he said, take it. And no, I'm fine. But the only he gave you was the tip. You couldn't take it, but he's telling you to take it. But all you got was the tip. Is that what I'm hearing? That's crazy, dog.
You're an asshole. Fucking hate you. Fucking hate you. Fucking hate you. You're such
Tom Welling, indeed.
Tom well endowed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Superman.
Superman. Not very super. I'm just saying. Not very super.
Hey, at the end of Smallville, it's just a blur, right? He's wearing the suit, but he's just like
they don't show it. They just show him running towards the camera, tearing open his shirt, and like it ends, and that's it.
Oh, I thought it was like a flash of blue across Earth. I don't know why I thought that.
Across Earth?
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, I don't know why I thought that.
I don't know either. You know. Hey, did you guys? Are you guys planning on going to go see Doctor Strange in theaters?
Wait, when does that come out?
It comes out next month, the 6th, like in a couple weeks.
I'm on vacation next month.
Probably.
In theaters? Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'll go with you. I'll go with you again, Esteban.
I don't want you to go with me. You were late last time.
You
were fucking late, dude.
I will always be late.
That sounds about right.
I will always be late.
I don't know what it's supposed to mean, Ash.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, bro.
Please elaborate.
I drive with my left arm.
I don't. Yeah.
That's what it means.
I don't think that's what you meant, but try again.
I will always be late. I don't know what this is.
Very, very strange. Hey, Carmen, can you impersonate anybody famous?
Here we go.
No, I cannot.
No?
I really cannot.
That's cool. Okay.
I mean, you guys heard my wannabe accent, and it was the worst because it was a combination of whatever I was trying to do. So let's not even begin on that.
What is it?
No,
Ash was not here for that episode.
I wasn't here for that.
He was.
Is it a horrible British accent? Is it horrible New Zealand? What is it?
It was a horrible everything accent. It didn't know what it wanted to be. So,
have you seen me embarrass myself on this show every fucking week? I'm asking it's exhausting.
It isn't about you being embarrassed or me being embarrassed. It's just like I'm not trying to stereotype any accent at all, and I didn't do justice to anything, which was okay because again, I was not trying to do a specific accent.
I forgot you're on a podium right now. My bad.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do it.
Your job. I love you. I would never do this.
I was waiting for Carmen to be like, thank you. With the hair flip. I know Ash can do voices.
It doesn't work today.
Voices? I can't. I think I can. And then it's like karaoke. I think I sound exactly like Bon Jovi, but what everyone else is hearing is it's like that. I could do walking, but it ends up going into as he pulled out. What?
Wow.
No.
Louise pointed out, it goes into Travolta, that goes into it all. It's like a mesh of stuff.
I don't even know how you got trouble.
I have a question. Of all of us, we make it to episode 1,000. It becomes something. Which one of us do you think is going to get us canceled?
You.
I think it's like, I think it's going to be like one of the safer ones.
You think so?
Like it's probably Andres. I think they're just gonna be, oh, that guy's just an idiot. But for him, it's gonna be all like.
When you said the safer ones, who are the safer ones?
He's referring to you and Andres.
I was gonna say you.
You don't want to. It's. It wouldn't even be stereotyping an accent. You're just doing it. Look, how many times if you do from England, they do the American accent, making fun of us, but it's like a whatever, man. It's just the I don't know. I think you're good.
I think you're good. Hey, speaking of,
besides, you know what episode that was on, Esteban? So I can go look at it since I have to do research.
No, we don't know.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
You have to listen to episode 1 and then and then you let me know which one it was.
I mean, if anybody that's been listening to our content, can let us know in the comments which one it was that Carmen ended up giving the horrible accent that she's referring to.
Oh God!
You know what? Anyone that's gonna leave a comment, please save yourselves. Do not. If you remember, please don't erase it from your memories. Thank you.
So funny. Oh, that made me laugh.
So one of the big drops that ended up taking place this week, and this is our last topic for the evening, is Stranger Things. I will say, and I'm going to go ahead and might have to turn in my nerd card at the end of the show, but I have not seen an episode of Stranger Things.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one. Not one. Not one.
Yeah, you just give us your card already. Turn it in.
No, I refuse. You're gonna have to pry it from my cold, dead hand. I'm not giving it up. It's not happening. But the trailer for Stranger Things 4 has dropped, and we got a glimpse of the big bad for season 4. And it's been confirmed, and I don't know very much about D&D, but it's been confirmed to be Arch Lick Vincia. That is going to be the big bad in Stranger Things, which I think is actually kind of cool, because I heard that in the very first episode of Stranger Things, the kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it kind of like comes full circle. So which is actually pretty dope. So I'm intrigued. When I first saw the big bad it really reminded me who it really looked like. It looked like Bill, not Bill Nye, but Bill
Nye. Bill.
No, not him. He was
from Underworld.
From Underworld, yeah. It kind of looks like him a little bit, like under the prosthetics and stuff. And then I thought it was going to be Doug Jones, but it's probably not going to be Doug Jones. So that one looks pretty cool. So I want to hear from the three of you who obviously have seen Stranger Things. What am I missing?
You haven't seen an episode. So everything. It'd be different if it was like I'm watching it and then what am I missing when I don't get what everybody likes about it. Because when you're watching the first season, you kind of don't realize nothing's. I still have not seen the third season.
Look, man, you're talking to a guy that stuck around for fucking 15 seasons of Supernatural, okay? Because he was invested after season fucking 8, after the brothers died for the umpteenth time.
What was the show? You didn't like Cobra Kai, which we all loved, but you. So we couldn't convince you to watch that. What makes you think we're going to convince you to watch this?
Because I've seen screenshots and Ghostbusters, and
so the show is very good.
But you have seen screenshots and yet you haven't watched it. So we're supposed to convince you to watch this?
I mean, as my friends, I would assume it. I
The
would
show is
assume
very
you guys
good.
would.
It has a lot of nostalgia, 80s nostalgia in it. It has a heavy Stephen King vibe.
Okay.
So that's the best way I could sell it. If you like slight bit sci-fi / horror, it's got a lot of those elements. There's a lot of cutesy scenes. It touches in the fields. So yeah, that's
See?
how I would sell it.
See, Cobra Kai didn't have any Stephen King
there's
vibes
a
to it.
Ghostbusters meets Goonies vibe. There is a little love interest thing happening. There's also like a lady that lost her son. Like it's a fucking good show.
Father-daughter thing.
Father-daughter thing.
Okay, so
Going down the elevator. It's a good show.
So-
It's a good show.
it's a good show. So do I have time to catch up before season 4 starts?
I'm honestly shocked that there's only season 4 because so much time has gone by since season 2.
Right.
But I thought you were going to announce season 5 or 6, whatever. So,
Well, I think season 5 is the last season, or isn't it? Or is season 4
Yeah,
the
they
last
announced the double year.
shit.
There's like a part 1, part 2, like Walking Dead used to do.
season? Okay.
yeah.
So I guess
Well-
that would be my question is, do I have time to catch up and watch
In college right now.
I
three
mean,
seasons?
you do, but also you would have to like binge it. Like nothing, you could not watch anything else
Interesting.
because you are a family man and you have a busy schedule, I'm sure. So it would be like a show that you would have to watch throughout the
Interesting.
upcoming week.
Okay.
Should have been your recommendation.
There you go.
Yes.
Now you know. So okay, so on that note, I will assign myself Stranger Things. So next week
Oh,
we'll see how far I've gotten for next week. Who knows?
You're gonna finish the first season, I promise you.
Okay. All right, cool.
for sure.
Right on. Okay. So I want to go ahead and thank everybody for joining us from this episode of Comics. I appreciate everyone tuning in and listening. Please go ahead and drop us a comment, drop us a like, share our videos. We truly appreciate when you guys go ahead and share our content, and we love it even more when you guys interact. We just get really disappointed and makes Andres very mad when you don't comment on our stuff.
Very.
So on that
You didn't
note,
answer the question though. Did you
What
take the
question?
tip or not?
I couldn't,
You
or
didn't
else I would have gotten fired.
You couldn't take the tip.
I could not take the money tip that Tom Welling was giving me.
Thank you. You didn't answer that.
What the fuck, man?
I'm ready. You can end the show now.
Oh, thank you with your permission. I appreciate it very, very much. On that note, I would like to go ahead and thank everybody again. And I will say, comics, we are.
Everywhere.
Cheers. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.